Look, here's a controversial opinion. I love the weekends. I know, cancel me again, but I do. Because lately, weekends are for fun, family, and saying F you to fascists.
An estimated 7 million people gathered across some 2,700 No Kings rallies in cities from coast to coast in what has been described as one of the largest single-day demonstrations in U.S. history.
Protesters flooded streets, squares, and parks in both big cities and small towns.
I'm 90 years old, and I've never seen my country in this condition.
Wow, 90 years old, and this is the worst she's ever seen in this country? She lived through the Great Depression, a world war, polio, but she's like, at least back then I never had to hear about Arnold Palmer's dick, okay? And look, all that energy, 7 million people in the streets, yeah. I thought white people only got that excited when a new LaCroix flavor drops, all right? Clearly the country is angry. People are screaming for change. Democrats, let's see you harness that energy.
Let's dive into the facts. The so-called big, beautiful bill, which is really a big, ugly betrayal, cuts $1 trillion from health care. Insurance premiums will go up 93%.
No. We want you to match our energy. Try again.
Debbie Wasserman Schultz here. Can you see me? Well, of course you can't, because the Republicans turned the lights off.
Yeah, I knew Dems had no power, but I didn't know they meant literally, okay? Let's try it one more time with energy.
These Republicans, they are not the party of law and order. They're the party of lawlessness and disorder in all of the ways, including the ongoing crime scene at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Come on. People are angry. So why is Hakeem Jeffries talking like he's Chuck E. Cheese Obama, okay? What are we doing? Come on, man. Come on. Clearly, the Democrats don't have the leaders they need to meet the moment. Okay, fine. Anyone who is a fan of sports knows sometimes you need a rebuilding year. Okay, get some draft picks, develop young talent, and at some point, the old guys need to retire. LeBron. So, what the Dems should be focused on is picking exciting new candidates. What you got?
Maine Governor Janet Mills has launched a bid for Senate. The 77-year-old was heavily recruited by Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer to join the race.
If Mills wins, she would be the oldest freshman senator in U.S. history.
Damn! This is the new candidate, okay? She shouldn't be running for Senate. She should be throwing her Titanic necklace back into the ocean, okay? You know what? Forget it. Look at Zohran Mamdani, okay? Yeah. You see? Yeah. Young, lots of excitement around his campaign, overwhelmingly won the primary. You guys can just endorse him.
Many Democrats in Washington are still hesitant or even against showing support for Mamdani.
All I can tell you is I'm going to continue talking to him.
What's the holdup?
I got to continue talking to him, and that's what I'm going to do.
Is part of the calculus that if you endorse a Democratic socialist, you're worried it will be damaging to your party, maybe even your chances of winning back the Senate?
I'm going to continue talking to him. Dana, you can ask me again.
Can someone go reboot Chuck Schumer? Okay? Clearly, that man is allergic to energy, all right? That's not the kind of leadership we're looking for, okay? These are the same Democratic leaders that shove their shitty candidates down our throats and say we have to support them because it's vote blue no matter who. Hell, you did it after Joe Biden shat the bed in the debate.
President Biden, as I've said repeatedly, is our nominee. He has a tremendous track record of success.
President Biden is our nominee. The voters have spoken.
I'm all in, no daylight.
As I've said before, I'm with Joe. As I've said before, I'm with Joe. As I've said before, I'm with Joe.
You're riding with Biden. You're riding with Biden.
Did anyone mention Paris?
You're riding with Biden.
See? After that train wreck debate, you stood arm in arm with Biden. Sure, it was mostly to stop him from wandering off stage, but still, you stood arm in arm with him, okay? You don't love everything about Mamdani? Well, in the immortal words of Young Thug, whoop-de-doo, all right? Get out there and support him anyway. And I'm going to text and email you every day until you do. Chuck, democracy is on the line. To save our country, cash at me $5 at C to God, bald and beautiful 69. That's right. That's right. And that brings me to the real problem. Democratic leaders never support candidates who might disrupt the capitalist system. But guess what? The current system isn't working. Americans want it remodeled the way Trump is remodeling the East Wing, all right? Dems act like they'll get a cookie for being the most rational people in the room. No one cares. You're trying to win voters, not get a signed headshot from Ezra Klein. Also, if you'd like a signed headshot from Ezra Klein, cash at me at C to God, bald and beautiful, 69, okay? Democrats don't understand how ready people are to act. Look at the Jimmy Kimmel thing, all right? The people mobilized so fast, Disney backed down in less than a week. People affected change, and they didn't even have to leave Roku City. Yeah, and that's the point. If you can turn this energy into collective action, you can get shit done. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And if the Democrats can't lead, we the people will take action in our own way, whether it's protests, corporate boycotts, sit-ins, even a national workers' strike. All right? Imagine if me, Steve Harvey, and Tyler Perry stopped working. That's only 3 people, and it's 70% of black radio and TV. Because in America right now, our political energy is like a fat ass. Just follow me on this one, okay? See, right now, America's got all this ass. And I'm sorry to say the Dems don't know how to hit it right, all right? Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries ain't got enough D for this ballot. So maybe it's time they get primaried and give someone else a chance to hit this ass. But hey, that's just my opinion.